Hello, my friends. All right, so coming up for an overnighter for the weekend. Actually, it's, I don't know, it's like probably 1 o'clock. Maybe, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go up to, well, my target was to be Clayton Peak, but I'm gonna hit another peak as well. I'm gonna go up. Now, I was just sitting at just under 9,000 feet at the bottom of the trail where I started. You can see behind me, right here, that used to be a parking area, but they closed it off to parking now, and it's a drop-off point only. So I had to go down the road a couple of miles to find parking for overnight, and I hope I can park where I did. It was a pretty good sized turnout, so, and it didn't have any signs saying I couldn't. But anyway, I had about 0.7 miles. Hey, look, a rocky trail. But I had 0.7 miles to go to get to this point of this part of the trail. That trail I was just on is actually a bicycle trail. I'll tell you what, it's got some gnarly jumps and stuff, but anyhow, 0.7, it was just a little over 1,000-foot climb. Look at this view. So right now I'm sitting at about 9,000 feet, or 90. I'm sitting. Where am I? Down there was just under 9,000. I climbed 1,000 feet, so no, I'm not. Maybe it's 8,000 feet down there. Because I think this parking area right here was like 9,200. But anyhow, I'll have to dig into that and see what the exact was. But the peak I'm going to hit today, I think it's called Sunset Peak. That sits at about 10,400 feet. And then I'm going to go from there. I'm going to go on to Laxenwacken Lake. A few miles, and so I will actually stay the night there. And then tomorrow morning I'll get up and do a loop. It's about a 13-mile loop, and it sounds like it's going to rain, but oh well. And then I'm going to hit Clayton Peak tomorrow. It sits at about 10,700. Should have a pretty good view from there. Rocky trails. But anyhow, it's good to be back out on the trail. It's been a couple weeks. I really need to do this about every weekend if I can. But hey, we're back out here, so let's go have some fun up here in the mountains. A little bit of view there, but I'll come back with you guys in a little bit. See you in a while. Hello, my friends. All right, so I don't know. I've been hiking maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Took some time, did a Facebook Live video. That peak right there, I did that one. That one sits at 10,400. There's another one just over there that I did that was about 10,000, say 300. But I had to come down. It was about a, I don't know, 250, 300 foot climb, no big deal. So there's supposed to be a lake here, and I hope that this wasn't at one time the lake. Well, no, because this trail wouldn't go through it, right? So the lake must be up here yet. But Clayton Peak is there. There's Clayton Peak. I was gonna save that till tomorrow, but my goodness, it's right here. So I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll get up to this lake, set up camp. The other lake that I was gonna hit, there's actually like 4 other ones down below here, about 500-600 feet down. I don't think I'm gonna go to the one because I thought I was gonna hit 2 lakes today, but no. I'll just do this one, set up camp, probably summit. I'm looking at the map. I gotta look at my paper map. Looking at the All Trails map though, there's only one trail that goes up there and it's behind me, what I just came down, and then it follows that ridge all the way up. I'm actually hoping that there's a trail over here, and heck, it looks like a rock. I could probably rock scramble it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that this afternoon. Maybe catch the sunset from up top there, come back down, camp, and then take this trail back out to the side of this. And there's another trail that skirts around that mountain to some other trails and over to Wolverine Mountain. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and go over to Wolverine Mountain tomorrow and hit some other mountains as well. So do about probably 10-12 miles tomorrow even. Do a little more than I thought maybe I would do. But let's see what we got here, guys. I'm not quite sure where this lake is at, but looks like we got quite the rock scramble. Got to go through rocks. Imagine that. The lake might be setting down inside here. So, but let's go ahead and go find out, huh? But yeah, let's go see. If not, it could be up over in there. I don't know. Haven't really looked at the map. I just know it's over here. Let's go. I believe we're getting close to where I plan on camping. There is the lake. Absolutely beautiful. Go over there and see if we can find a campsite on the other side. Well, here's kind of a cool campsite right here. A little close to the trail, but hey, let's go to the other side, and if there's nothing there, we'll come back. What a great spot. Hello friends. Alright, so we found camp. We'll take you over there here in a second, but there is Clayton Peak somewhere up there. We'll go up there. Actually, I'm gonna do that today. But here's my view. Well, this isn't quite my campsite. I'm just sitting on a rock. Let's go ahead and go down here and show you camp. And it's got these rocks here. Just gonna lay out and catch some rays. Get a little vitamin D, vitamin sun, and come over here. Kind of see, there's my hammock. Got my hammock set up right there, and the view from my hammock, well, is none other than the lake. So, you know, one thing I love about these alpine areas, these lakes and the trees that go right around these lakes, is being able to set up. There's actually another place on the other side of the lake. Now those trees there had couple nice spots too, but that's where the trail is at. And I didn't really want you know, people coming in right into camp here just as I hit the trail. It seems like there's a trail going back in there a little bit, but I think it's just probably just come up over the hill or something like that. But I'm thinking about, there's a trail. The trail shows me going back the way I came to follow that ridge on up to the summit. But I think I'm going to go ahead and take that rock scramble. As I look at that, it looks like I can come up through here, scramble that, and then kind of maybe cut across this. Oh, that sun's kind of screwing with us here, and kind of cut up into those trees there, and maybe zigzag a little bit up and through, in and out of there, and get up on that ridge, and then just follow that ridge up. So kind of been looking at it for a minute or two, and I think I can safely do that without too much risk. The other thing I can do is kind of follow this back around where you can't see it because the trees are so tall, but I can follow this back around and get up to the ridge as well. But I think I want to do some rock scrambling, so let's go do that. So, but just going to show you a little bit more camp here. There's a hammock, there's a fire pit right there. I collected a little bit of firewood, so I'll have a little bit of a fire tonight. Not much, because I actually want to, well, I'm going to venture on up this hill here and see if I'll be able to catch a sunset from there. Otherwise, I kind of want to catch the sunset from the summit of Clayton Peak. Now, if I do that, I'll be coming back down in the dark, and so I'll probably go ahead and take the trail back down. It's only about a mile and a little bit maybe from the summit back here to camp on the trail. Because I wouldn't do that in the dark. I just don't want to take my chances. So, but anyhow, let's go summit Clayton Peak. All right, let's go. All right, everybody. So here we are in the middle, going up these rocks. Let's see, I could go across there, up that, which I probably should do. I think I'll come up here a little bit, or I could just go all the way up there, see if I can find that ridge and follow that ridge around. I don't know, I'm just gonna go up and kind of see where it naturally takes me, but it looks like I could go right up that through there pretty easy, and that's probably I'll go right up to here and then cut across and go up. Or I could just go up this way. Anyway, let's do whatever. There is no trail. We're just kind of bushwhacking. We'll be careful not to step on plants, things like that, best we can. Camp is set up right inside there. That's the peak we were on. Very steep here. Hello, my friends. Well, darn the luck. All right, so right up there, right there, above that is the summit of Clayton Peak. That's Clayton Peak right up there. And I was just up there. Actually, it's a little bit beyond what you can see. That's kind of a false summit right there. Yeah, right there. It's kind of a false summit. It does go up a little more. I was just up there a few minutes ago, and I did a Facebook Live video, but I forgot to do a video of me on top of that, so you can see the absolutely phenomenal view. But there's still a good view. There's a lot of haze. This is Brighton Ski Resort. In fact, there is. I'll walk over here. Yeah, you got Brighton Ski Resort right through here. And somewhere way out in there, I saw a ski lift up on top. It's probably Solitude Ski Resort. But down below, what was that noise? Down below there, right in there is where I'm camped out. You can see that's the lake I'm camping at. I came up that rock scramble the other way. Now I'm coming back down the other way, which is kind of rocky as well. Not horribly rocky, but let's here, let me come up here for a second here. Kind of off the trail, but it doesn't matter. It's just all rock anyway. But the only thing you're not going to be able to see now that because I failed to do that up there was the Heber Valley, the Heber City Valley. But again, it's pretty hazy over there anyway. There must be fires somewhere that's causing this haze. But I think I've seen this better. Anyway, there's a ski lift right here. You can't see it, it's behind these rocks, but see if we can get over there through these rocks. There we go. All right. There's a ski lift. So we're not far from civilization. But anyhow, so yeah, we did the summit of this today, and I'm going to go ahead and take this ridge line all the way down, and then you can see the trail down in there, drops back down, and I'll follow that trail back down through here, up over those rocks, and back to camp. I really wanted to actually come down that ridge line, but it looks very, very steep in there where those trees are at, and I'm sure, from what I can see right now, there's some cliffs in there, with trees like right on the edge of those cliffs. I would hate to gotten over there and got in there and it's just nothing but cliffs, and I would have had to come back. So so I decided not to adventure off into that area, even though that looks like a good ridge line all the way over there, but it's very, very steep on this side, and it doesn't look like there's anywhere I could really, I don't know if you can see how steep that is, or wait, yeah, there. It's pretty steep all through there. And I can see cliffs, and I just didn't want to take a chance of going through there. So we'll take this down where I know it's a for sure way of getting down, for sure safe way of getting down. So yeah, but tomorrow I'll get out of there, and we'll do some hiking back up into here, and maybe get over into the alpine area over there, into those rocks, those trees there. If it's not too rainy, I'm gonna go over there. If it is gonna be too rainy, then what I'm gonna do, I'll stay hiking in the rain. I just don't want to go up in there where where it's exposed so much. And I'll just stay in here and hike down, around, and out through in here. There's some lakes. You can see there's 1, 2, 3. I see 4 lakes right now down in there, and kind of trail around in there, and then I'll go ahead and do the climb out of there, coming up and back over, and then back down again, because I am parked down in there. So yeah, that's what I'll do tomorrow. But until then, I will we'll see you guys later, and I'm gonna go, well, play in the rocks. See you later. Hello, my friends. Here we are at camp. It's raining. I don't know if you guys can actually see the rain, how hard it's raining, but it is coming down out there in the open. Woo-wee. It actually started raining last night, I don't know, 2:30 in the morning. It was just mostly a drizzle, wasn't much. I'm actually under a canopy of some pines as well, so it's not as bad right here, but the wind is horrible. And yeah, heck, I was warmer in my sleeping bag. Of course, right? We always are. But it started to cool down and get a little windy, and the wind was coming up under my tarp because I didn't set my tarp. I kind of set it up high. I didn't set it down low, and and this side's a little bit lower, but I should have kind of wrapped it down around my hammock. The wind was actually coming up into my hammock, and I could feel that wind on me. So really, I think when I do my winter camping, I'm going to use a different tarp. I got a housefly. It's a little bit heavier, but it's much more protective. But anyhow, I decided to get out of bed and get started anyway because it was just going to cool down. It's actually cooling down throughout the day here for a few more hours. I don't know if you can see that water over there. That water just, I mean, that rain's coming down. It is coming down. So, but, whew. And it's about 40, 42, maybe 43 degrees. It's supposed to get down to about 40 here. At about 1 o'clock, it's supposed to start warming back up. I think a high of 46 in this area, in where I'm at. So once I get into the valley, it's obvious I am not going to do my 13-mile loop hike today, and because up there in that rock, it's complete, it's all exposed, and I definitely don't want to get up in there with the wind and the rain and possibly slip and fall. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to stay down low, and I'm going to go around a couple of the lakes, do about 5 miles. This rain, I checked last, was supposed to stop in about an hour, but and this was a little bit ago, so it should be letting up soon, I hope. If not, I'll be hiking in the rain. So we'll get her done. So, but yeah, just about 4.5, 5 miles, something like that, is what I'll end up doing. Get back to the vehicle and call it a weekend. So, bam. Maybe I'll bring you some more video later. We'll see. If it's raining, I won't. But we'll get down there and I'll come back and do a little recap. So we'll see you guys later. All right, let's go hike in the rain. I gotta take my tarp down first, and we'll head out. Hello, friends. This is Blood's Lake. I'm not sure why they call it Blood's Lake, but other than, okay, see that trail I just came from down there, but there's another trail that just goes off of that, and I don't know why I was going to go down that, but well, probably because there's another lake down there I want to go down to. But this big freaking moose with a rack that's, I'll bet that thing's 5 foot wide. But he was right on the trail, and I wanted to get my camera out and take a picture of him or do a video of him, but he started walking toward me, and I'm like, I'm not going to have none of that. Now, however, I did get a picture of another moose that was probably, it was a little bit younger. That rack wasn't that big, but I was actually up in there above the lake here, and I saw him down in just down on in the trees there. So I got a couple pictures of him. I should have done a video, but he was looking at me. I didn't want to deal with it. So, but this moose, I'm surprised it hasn't come up the trail yet. I just kind of moved briskly, and then as soon as I got around the corner, I kind of ran a little bit. But he's a big one. and I certainly don't want to get into a freaking chase with him, but okay, he must be right behind those trees over there. But anyway, so I'm not going to go to that lake. I'm just going to go ahead and go up this trail here, which will take me up. Okay, so the peaks up there that you see are what I did yesterday. I'm going to take this trail up here, and there's a road up here. I'm going to cross the road and take a trail up through there, down around. I've only got about another mile and a half to go before I reach the truck, and I'll tell you what, I'm ready to get somewhere warm. I am cold, wet. I didn't bring gloves, but anyway, that's what I didn't think about that. So anyway, have a nice little hike today. I'm obviously not going up above tree line because of exposure today, the wet rocks and stuff. I just don't want to take any chances. So I'm just doing a few miles this morning, and then off to home I go. So we'll see you guys in a while. Hello. Alright, so on this trail again that bicycles ride on. Now, I used to be a hardcore mountain biker, but not quite as hardcore as these guys seem to get. A ramp. Let's go on this other side of this ramp. First of all, there's the end of the ramp. They gotta clear, wait, there's the end of the ramp. And they gotta clear that. That's probably about 12 feet that they need to clear. Up, over, and down. Now I want to know how much time they spent building this. But holy crap. It's the landing, I don't know that would be a problem, but the takeoff with those little logs, I don't know, but hey, more power to them. But yeah, there's quite a few jumps here, but that one's like the most insane one, only because you got to clear that. If you don't clear that, ouch. Anyhow, well, I may as well go ahead and do the conclusion of this trail today of our weekend hike, because I am probably a half a mile, 0.7 miles to the vehicle, and then on my way home. But it was a fun little overnight. Hit 3 little peaks. Well, 10,700 was that one, and then 10,400. That seemed like it was a lot more of a climb than 300 feet to get to that other one, but well, I guess it's because I dropped down. So that's true. I dropped down a few hundred feet. That's why it seemed like it was more. But anyhow, had a nice little camp out. Had a good fire. Just enjoyed that. Some peace and quiet. And so that was pretty exciting. And just to kind of chill out and kind of decompress from the long week. And look at this. Here's another. I don't know if it's probably just a bike trail, but a jump up over that log, and it looks like we got another one down here. These guys are insane. Actually, I think it's that trail there I need to take. Probably loops back in. Here's another little jump and kind of an embankment. Look at this thing. This is crazy. But anyhow, I got to see a couple of moose. I got to see a big falcon, and he didn't seem to be bothered when I walked up about 10 feet from him. What's going on here? A little embankment? Do we jump sideways or what? Anyhow, saw a cougar chasing a deer. That was pretty sweet. So I've seen a lot of wildlife this weekend, just in a couple of days here. So, and I don't know that I've seen a bunch of squirrels. Saw a little fish. But all in all, look at this. Look at this one. Little jump. You got to clear this hole. I'd be afraid of not clearing that stuff. Craziness, huh? But kind of surprised I didn't see a bear. Day's not quite over yet, but anyhow, so yeah, Clayton Peak is the peak that I came up to do, and camp out at Laxin Waxin Lake, which is in the bowl. Holy cow, another big jump right up there. Boy, I'm too old for that crap. No, but and I wanted to do that 13-mile loop over to Wolverine Peak, but obviously not gonna happen. I just didn't want to. It's gonna rain again here in a couple of hours. It's supposed to rain a good chunk of the day. I just don't want to be up there in those rocks while it's raining and it's cold. So I just decided to call it an early day, hike around a couple of those lakes. Obviously I didn't get to go to one of the lakes I wanted to go to because there was a big moose right on the trail, and he started walking right at me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna have none of that, not gonna mess with it. So yeah, good little weekend. I'm happy about it. All in all, it was pretty close to maybe a 10 mile weekend. So not too bad. So anyhow, you guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little trip. And of course, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, any ideas, by all means, go ahead and comment below, and I'll get back with you. All right, everybody. You guys have a great weekend. Weekend's over. Great week coming up, and I will not be going on. I will be driving to Minnesota this next weekend. I'm gonna go home, spend a few days at home, doing some things, visiting with some family, whatnot, take care of some stuff. But in a couple weeks, I'll be back out here, bringing you another adventure. All right, everybody. See you later.